I'm really excited to have our next guest here joining us in studio. It's Kelly Dachtler of Obvs, better known as Obvious. And Kelly, thank you so much for hopping in here today.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Glad to be here.
You guys are so innovative with everything that you're doing. And I think maybe just to start off, to try to talk to our listeners here a little bit about what it is that Obvious is and what you do.
Sure, yeah. So first and foremost, we're a footwear company. And specifically, we make footwear to enable people to better enjoy exploration and experiences around the world in new places, unfamiliar terrain. And so we make shoes that better equip people to do that than anything that's ever been out there before.
That is really cool. And we are here, I said we're in Portland, and, this is kind of the shoe capital of the world in a way. There's so many different people here, so I imagine there's a lot of talents to pull from, a lot of talented people here when it comes to the shoe industry that you can work with. And
absolutely, yeah. So our team, for instance, has more than 40 plus years of combined experience.
Wow.
Working for the big brands, Nike, Adidas, Puma, as well as some very technical smaller brands like Salomon and Merrell. And, we really came together because, candidly, we just got tired of business as usual.
Yeah.
So the playbook right now for the big brands is to make shoes using lower and lower quality materials for less and less money while selling for higher and higher prices. And they're doing that to pay for athlete endorsements and to have, rappers hype up the product. And we really wanted to focus on the quality of materials to give the wearer a better experience.
Which is actually, really the important thing about a shoe is, you want it to actually function, not whether, LeBron's wearing it or what.
Love LeBron.
Yeah, I'm this way. But I just don't like playing against him. So we've got the shoe here. This is the one that we're looking at right now. And this is, we've got a couple of different ones that we're going to talk about. And this is your brand new one.
Yeah, well, this is our flagship model. This is the Explorer 1. And what we did is just kind of a ground-up rethinking of what an adventure shoe could be. So it's a sneaker silhouette, but it gives you all of the performance and durability of a hiking boot and then some.
So it's like a combo of everything.
Yeah, exactly. And really it came down to not only the materials, but the fit as well. So, our commitment is that this shoe fits like nothing else in the market. It's going to lock in your heel in a way that no other shoe is going to lock you in. It's going to give you comfort in the forefoot, and it's going to give you traction like almost no other shoe in the market. And in that way, it's really a one-of-a-kind piece that does more for the wearer, we think, than just about any shoe in the market. And, maybe we're biased, but we think it looks great.
Yeah, oh no, it does look great. I will say one thing, I like the look of this because the heel support's something that I'm always concerned with. And you can see it's almost like a shoe within a shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my description, not theirs. That's really... really innovative design.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is designed to encompass the heel and to give the wearer just absolute security. And added benefit, this is made of merino wool, which for the unfamiliar is one of the most incredible fibers on the planet. That gives your foot temperature regulation. It keeps you warm when it's cold out. It keeps you cool when it's warm out.
Nice.
It's also wicks away moisture better than any other fiber, and it's super comfortable.
So it really is kind of a utilitarian, like you can use this for a lot of different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of
absolutely.
How did you get started in this industry when it comes to the shoes? We're talking about the industry in general, like what's your backstory on that? Yeah,
well, I'm just like a lot of people, I just kind of grew up as a sneakerhead. And I love product. I love the brands. I love the stories. And I love more than anything else design.
Yeah.
But as I kind of grew up and started to travel, started to find myself in places that I had, never been before, I just realized that how critical your footwear is in terms of your overall experience.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, you go anywhere, you're going to end up walking a lot. And bad shoes, I went to Europe one time with really crappy shoes that felt apart like a week into it, and it sucked.
Yeah,
so
for
yeah,
sure.
good shoes are important.
For sure. We'd like to say it really is your most important piece of gear that you can have with you. And, you know, I think we're just entering a time in the kind of footwear landscape where, you know, half the shoes on the market today are sort of, to be honest, they're socks glued to a piece of foam, and it's just not giving you what you need out there.
So that's a great comparison, actually, to a lot of things that are going on. So I like this idea of how you're developing this for travel, for whatever kind of situation that you find yourself in. Hence the Explora one, which is what we're looking at right here. And you've got some other ones that are also really, really interesting shoes. And I know we've got some B-roll of those. Why don't we talk about maybe the Adapt?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Adapt was born of an experience I had, a travel experience. I found myself on, you know, 4 different continents, 3 or 4 different, completely different climates, from glaciers in Iceland to the beaches of Southern California on one trip.
That sounds like a fun trip.
Yeah, it was really amazing. But I also found myself packing, you know, 6 or 7 different pairs of shoes for that experience.
Takes up so much space.
So much space. You know, if not for the shoes, I could have done the whole thing with a carry-on. But instead, I'm lugging around a bunch of footwear. And that was really the aha moment. We started thinking about whether or not there would be a single pair of shoes that could actually adapt to all of those different environments. And so what we came up with there was a 3-in-1 system that allows you to have the optimal piece of footwear for any environment that you're in.
Okay.
So in the summertime, if you're around water, it's a hydrophobic, fully drainable water shoe that can replace sandals.
Wait, so you can actually get this thing wet and it'll drain? And
yeah, and in fact, it doesn't get wet.
Wow.
So you can submerge your foot in water, and there's nothing in the shoe that will take on any water.
That's cool.
Yeah. Versus in the wintertime, you insert the insulated liner, what we call the dry mock, and it becomes a waterproof, insulated trail boot.
Wow. So that's covering 2 very extreme situations there. Like,
Yeah.
For the design, how do you make something that's I'm sure you don't want to give this away, but how do you keep it being sturdy, like to hold up during all of those things? So in theory, like you could be wearing this all the time as your like everyday shoe.
Yeah, 365 days a year. I mean, short of, you know, plummeting to the depths of the ocean or the summits of Everest, it can take you anywhere you need to go in the world.
Dang. And what's the lifespan on a pair of shoes like that?
You know, it's designed to be longer lasting than just about anything in there.
Yeah.
So we use, our whole philosophy has been to just spare no expense on materials.
And make it something that's worthwhile, especially, you know, if you're going to invest in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then the other piece of the Adapt is in between, every part of the shoe can be used either on its own or as part of the system.
Okay.
So the liner is a shoe in its own right. And it's a merino wool knit construction bootie with its own rubber outsole that can be worn as a compression and recovery slipper as well. So, you know, you could wear it, you know, 18 hours a day if you like.
Yeah, and that's the Adapt.
That's the Adapt.
The Adapt, and this is the Explora one that we're looking at right here, and this is the flagship shoe. Now, where can people go to find out more information about this, and you know, where can they pick these up? How much are they?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a direct-to-consumer brand first and foremost. So our sales happen on our website at obvs.cc.
obvs.cc.
And at our flagship pop-up retail store here in Portland.
Oh, nice.
Which is at 1313 Northwest Flanders in the Pearl District for those viewers who are local to Portland.
Nice. And is there pricing, or is that just go to the website?
Yeah, well, no, the Explora 1 retails for $178.
Okay.
And the Adapt will be coming out in January, and we'll be releasing pricing information at that time.
Cool. So January for the Adapt. If you're looking for that one, the Explorer one, though, you can order it now.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
That's great. Well, Kelly, I wanted to say thank you so much for hopping in here, too, to talk about this.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Obvs.cc. Anywhere else that people should follow, or that's probably the best?
Yeah, Instagram at thisisobvs. And we're really happy to be here on Digital Trends Live.
Thank you.